Good afternoon, folks. How are you? My name is Doug Rice. Welcome to the Doug Rice Show. I do appreciate you showing up. This is the Sunday offering. This is the beginning of the week offering. This is what I do, and I do it just for you. Well, good afternoon. It is the 12th of November. We are pulling up to the end of the year, and it's a year to remember. I will tell you that. Now, what have we got going on today? Let me put my watch on Do Not Disturb, okay? This is some unprecedented activity I see over in the Middle East. Goodness gracious, I'm just getting a bunch of nonsensical McCarthy ways to leave office. I get an alert for every bit of news that a Negro can possibly peruse. That's what I do. I stay informed and well and above beyond the norm. So, how's everybody doing? How you doing? How's your day? How's it going? I hope it's going your way. This is the Doug Rice Show. I do appreciate you showing up. Please like, subscribe, share this effort. Lots going on in my existence. We are considering a full-time show, something that we do continuously and throughout the day for hours on end, which is right up my alley, as I contend that there is no one that can wax on philosophically for hours and hours and hours, just me. Oh, yeah, baby. So that's where we're at. We're thinking about that, and I think it's going to be a good idea. All right. So how's everybody? The news is amazing. The whole Palestinian-Israeli conflict still unfazing me. It's just the continuation of caucasity and the end of the Gentile nations, as far as I can see. The end of the Gentile nations is upon them. They are scrambling to try to find a way out. They're looking for the exits like Negroes should have been doing for 400 years. They are now doing everything they can to hold together what is most definitely falling apart. And we read about that yesterday to some degree, or was it the day before? I just don't remember. I think it was yesterday. And it involved Europeans vanishing and them admitting that they, in fact, are on their way out. Let's examine what we see, shall we? So, last year? Yes, right? Last year, I guess that's when Putin decided to invade the Ukraine. And, from what I heard him saying, he was just talking about how no one did not see Nazis in Ukraine. I have verified since then what Putin was saying. And in fact, there were Nazis being not seen in Ukraine. Next, we move on to the attack from the 7th of October, and they did it like that. You've got to understand just how unequivocally whack Hamas was to do something like that. Well, sure, but they did it anyway. That's what kind of has me in a quandary. Hamas attacked Israel knowing full well the scale with which Israel might respond. In fact, in the news lately, they've discovered that Hamas intended to go deeper into the state of Israel with their attack, meaningfully trying to provoke a full-scale war. And it seems they're on the target to that, I don't know how they're able to be drawn back. I don't see it as a possibility. But hey, that's just my thought. That's just me. All right, folks, thanks so much for showing up. This is the Doug Rice Show. Do me a favor, hit that like button, the subscribe button, wherever you may be sitting. Remember, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitch, I'm on X, formerly Twitter. I'm also on Discord. I also have a Rumble account. You are able to see that. That is an accomplishment I'm very proud of because I've set that up all myself, so I feel good there. Today we go over our usual 7 topics. 7 topics, got them right there. And, we're going to cover the details of current circumstances involving Negroes. And then I'm going to bring you receipts because we all know the effort of this is to get that goddamned grin off your Negro faces. It has no place on your face. The grin is so condescending, so pretending, so so friendship lending. And this is not the place to have a grin on a Negro face. I'm never going to detract from that until we are out of this place, and then that's that. All right, here we go. Global race war. That's our anchor topic for this day. I don't know if you understand what's going on. I'm on camera now, so you can see the expression of my face. You can see I'm not all over the place. I am in full grasp of the situation. I see it clearly playing out in the nations. It's a global race war. It's right in our faces. They have no sense of shame. They have no sense of disgraces. They are openly right-wing white nationalists, and they are on the tear. And they're trying to bring about white supremacy everywhere. And let me say this. Connecting the connective dots from Israel to Ukraine is not really a difficult thing. You hear what I'm saying? That's where I was going, just so you're knowing. Ukraine and the folks in Israel are the same exact folks as far as I can tell. And the global race war stems from the colonialistic stick it to them that the colonizers sure did to them. Colonialistic is just equal to white rule. That's what is being fought. And they're being taken to school. I mean, the grip of what was considered the bastion and seat of civilization is now nothing more than a bastardized, congruent group of Neanderthals kind of nation. They're not in any way grouped together as a European nation. They're talking about their own defragmentation. They did it just yesterday. We read through it. You remember. This is about olive skin right now, and they're going to get darker as they go down. You understand that? Right now, they see the rise and resentment and resistance of any skin not to their insistence. They don't like the fact that olive skin acts out like that. And the next thing you can obviously tell, they'll be chasing down Negroes through holy hell. That's what they're after, folks. Let's not fool ourselves. The fight against the white is what's going on. And that fight is justifiably right. These folks came about just 8,000 years ago. And I mean, I just want you to understand that so you know. This isn't the seat of civilization. These Greco-Roman imperialists aren't any great sensation. They're just a copy of a watered down version of you and me walking around. That's what's going on. And let's not forget that Europe used to be entirely black. And in just short order, it may go back like that. And that's what they're terrified of. It's a global race war. And it's one we can't ignore. It's a global race war, and and the skin with the sin is doing others in. Listen, the folks in Israel are from Europe. Stop. The folks in Ukraine are the exact same folks in Israel. Stop. You do a DNA test in Israel, if you could do a DNA test in Israel. You can't do a DNA test in Israel. Did you know that? Why are you not able? I would love to have answers to these questions from an Israeli. It's a global race war we are in and amongst. And keep your head on a swivel, because they're just starting to funk. Next. All right, I like that one. That was good. I landed, right? You like what you see, you like listening to me, do me a favor, for God's sake, give. Give so that we can continue to live. It's right down there, right there, just swinging across the screen, and give till it hurts, if you know what I mean. My name's Doug Rice. It's the 12th of November, brought to you by Twidware. Twidware is a brand. Do you understand that? Twidware has Twidware skincare. They've got Twidware sportswear, Twidwear apparel wear, Twidwear footwear. It's a brand. It's the Twid brand. Huh? Hand in hand with everything else across the land that you might need. Twidwear is where it's at. Go to twidwear.com. Get 10% off on all apparel, on all skincare products. His skincare lineup is amazing. They've got specially designed skincare products for skincare of our kind. And that, my friend, has been on my mind. All right, there we go. So that's the plug for Twid. You know, hey, do what I did. Get some of his product. You will not be disappointed. All right, back at it next. You know, the next question involves, who do they think they are? It's not a question of contention. It's a question that I'd like to just casually mention. Who do they think they are exactly? Because that plays into what they're acting out matter-of-factly. They are chosen my eye. I mean, give me a break. Just slide on by with that. They are not chosen. Chosen of God gets God fighting for them. I don't see God anywhere around them. I don't see God standing up for them. I don't see the Creator showing up. What I see them is massacring a group of Palestinians, you know, those same kin of those who sold Negroes into slavery. Yes, I've said I will never let that go. It's the reason they're probably getting beaten up on. So what? You tuned in. I didn't make you. Who do they think they are? I mean, they won't go deep enough to find out. I mean, they really won't. And it's, you know, once you go deep enough, there's no doubt. You know who they are. They're not who they say they are. That's the most important aspect of this conversation. They are nowhere nearly associated with the Hebrew Negro nation. They are Ashkenazi imposters. And let me tell you something. When I read about the threat that they see regarding the Hebrew Israelites they try to claim on, they talk about the Ashkenazi claim of their hereditary fame. And the guy who wrote it said that that's been long since dismissed. Just a rumor. We're not Khazars. That's long been debunked. What? Literally, that's what he gave in effort to try to save his reputation. He proved absolutely nothing to the asserting Negro nation. He just said that it's something that they've disproven, that they're from Khazarian. I mean, I think that's not the case, but I'm still looking for the proof in my face. Who do they think they are? They've convinced themselves and the entire world that somehow their lives are more precious than other lives, that somehow, you know, it's needed that they be unimpeded in all that they pursue against folks like me and you. And while you don't understand how they walk about the land, all you got to do is read the Talmud. And then you'll catch some sand. I just don't get it. Who do they think they are? If you want to find out, just go look in their book. I double dared any one of you to go take a look in the Talmud, and they'll describe exactly who they are. And then you'll understand who they think they are by far. They're mentally misaligned. They're slowly losing their minds. They're just not of a reasonable kind. At this point, I look closely and I find that there was some great effort to recover these people from concentration camps. I don't know if you understand where concentration camps were in Germany, but they were in the heart of Germany. In order for you to stumble across one of these hidden places like Treblinka, Auschwitz, Buchenwald, I could go on. You see, I had relatives that went over and, you know, they put it on the line to get these beings from behind the camps where they were losing their minds. And now somebody has handed these individuals a ton of weaponry and a chip on their goddamn shoulders. Who the fuck do they think they are? Here's the deal. This is the reason I got a little bit in my feelings about this subject. You know, you did not extract your goddamn selves from the concentration camps where you fell. Do you understand? You didn't liberate yourselves man to man. You had help. So I'm trying to figure out this assertive, aggressive, murderous whelp that has just been given a country, not even of their own. And we'd understood what the future were, these creatures, we set them, had we only known. Who do they think they are? Seriously, I mean, who are these creatures who assert themselves as being the set apart of God Almighty, having to defend themselves against people that are nowhere nearly as armed as they are, knowing that they are armed? Those individuals did what they did. And now you got to ask who they think they are in that, 1,500 people. Okay, now we got near coming up on 11,000 in response. And very few of those individuals were the individuals who brought it on. So who the fuck do they think they are? Read the Talmud, and you don't have to read far. Next! That's right, I stood on that one a little bit. My name's Doug Rice, this is what I do. All right, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. When I get into it, and I start to really think about what we're experiencing as Negroes, if you look at the whole picture involving our experience in the United Snakes of America as they hiss amongst us, I can tell you the grin on the faces of Negroes is just wow. It does something to me. I can't take it. Not the Negroes, though. I mean, that anyone else but, right? You know what? You can find any demographic of any kind of individual standing up for their rights against what's wrong occurring to them, and you will find a chorus of white European males and females getting behind that group and rallying to their rescue and aiding them to escape all of the misery and degradation they might be suffering. But you let that be a Negro, and now there's a totally different tune they're singing. See, there, at this point, when it's a Negro complaining, when they assert there's not any help they'll be bringing. Not the Negroes. Oh, no, not the Negroes. Yeah, a set-apart, chosen class. But not the Negroes. Them white folks can kiss my ass. You know what I'm saying? It's been so obvious, it's not even playing. Listen. Every other nation, they will go out of their way in their face to get them to learn how to read, to give them that least one vital need. I mean, I told Katrina that if they could get to those brothers that kill everybody that go to their island, you know what I'm talking about. If they could get to them, the first thing they do is teach these individuals how to read. Maybe they stop throwing spears at them and killing folks. Remember that Christian guy went there, right? But not the Negroes. No, not the Negroes. No, you can't learn how to read. And that's all the evidence I need that tells me there's something that you don't want me to see. Not the Negroes. But why is it not the Negroes noted in the Bible? I get to that verse, and upon my arrival, I noticed that it stands out like a sore thumb. I'm reading now. I ain't no longer dumb. Not the Negroes. I think the mention of not the Negroes had an opposite intent. I believe it's all about the Negroes, and I'll say that I won't relent. It's all about us. And what's happening has nothing to do with us. And that is how we more likely ended up on the back of the bus. Because, they don't want us to find out what's happening. They don't want us to understand the displacement of Negroes in the wrong land is just exactly how things got way out of hand. Not the Negroes, though. Yep. But I think I'm done with that one. So next, here we go. All right. I was asking, I poked the bear today. I did. I poked the bear. I have a way of doing that. I poked the bear. Saw a young lady named Rice, her last name Rice. She was adopted, or excuse me, I was adopted. She was getting indoctrinated, into the Islamic faith. Now, I was adopted, but I saw her last name, and of course, I saw her face. And she was a Negro. And so I posted straight into the Islamic, fray. And let me tell you something, I had a lot to say. First thing I want to know is, you're saying all this and you're saying all that, but tell me something. Where are their gods at? Where are your gods? I can't tell you how many times I've heard the name of the Islamic God preferred just keeps going on. It's absurd over and over and literally every other word. But where is he? Let me tell you what's happening over in the Middle East. In Saudi Arabia, they're not even reporting this. In Saudi Arabia, they have a flooding, a weather disintegration that is literally tearing apart their nation, and it ain't no joke. It is not a joke. They've got flooding. They've got it. They've got everything. They've got mudding. They've got everything. And I won't talk about the crickets coming out of Mecca. I mean, that in itself seems almost biblical. And you should see the photos. It's an interesting look. But where are their gods? Because their gods seem a bit shook. I don't see them arriving. I mean, they're MIA, they're no-shows, or they're out to lunch. But, I mean, where are they? I say this completely as disrespectfully as possible because it's just ridiculous that you're even considering consuming this drivel. Think of this, what I'm saying. Hold on. They keep saying over and over the same name, and that name has a bit of fame, but as it turns out, the name seems a bit lame. Gods fight for their people. Gods fight. I don't see a God on either side doing any fighting. So, I don't know, both sides are not backed by any, seems. And there seem to be a lot of gods available. There are quite many. So I took the opportunity to say, hey, listen, I'm glad that you're on your way into the slave religion. And hey, I hope somehow you received your vision. I don't know what they're going to do. That's just, I don't know. I keep, the Israelis are protected by God, but they need an iron dome. Muslims are protected by God, but they need help. They're just nothing going on there. And in every other sense, I see them relent and not just continuing to repeat. And this seems like a big damn defeat. So where are their gods? I don't know. But I find it a bit odd. Thanks so much. That's the show. I'm just kidding. All right. We are in the midst of prophecy. You should feel privileged. That is the next topic, and I mean that. We are sitting amongst, occurrences that were spoken of in Yeshua's day that would occur. Questions were asked about this generation. You are that generation. I'm talking to Negro Nation. We are in the midst of prophecy. The global upheaval is the evidence. They're not showing you everything going on, are they? I don't think so. I really don't. They've got earthquakes. They've got a volcano about to erupt. They say the magma is 700 feet below the surface. And then when it goes, it'll be abrupt. They've got protests that are global. Whoa, the protests are just, they're way out. They're over. And they're over the top. I've got a guy murdered, got hit on top of his head. He was laying there a little while. Of course, he was dead. We are in the midst of prophecy, folks. And I'm going to tell you, when you're making some eggs, you break a few yolks. That's what's about to happen. Folks are getting scrambled. But don't pay attention to my preamble. The blessings are passing. The blessing, you got to let it pass. The blessings are passing and the curses are passing. And, they're like two ships that sail in the night. We're going into our respite from captivity and they're going into their fright. What? I mean, it's just an absolutely true statement. We're in the midst of prophecy. Before it's too late, make the right decision, repent, come back, don't relent. You can see the cuffs about to go on. You can see it. Won't be too long. They're primed and ready to be enslaved. They're certainly not ready at all to be saved. There we go. I like that. That's how we land that. I'm digging what we're doing now. Now it feels good. Yeah, and I think I've covered everything as a good cover should. Yes, I am good. All about us, not involved, global upheaval, the blessings passing. We're good, folks. This is a good lesson I'm passing. The nations all conspired. One of my favorite topics. Before you go about trying to feel sorry for Palestinians, Israelis, I don't know, everybody that's just suffering bad, I need you to understand, and please don't get mad. Okay, they all conspired against us to put us where we are. And I'm going to tell you something, folks, we're in a bad place by far. They are getting their comeuppance. It's the end of the Gentile nations, and the creator of all things is putting them in their station. What? Listen, you can get overwhelmed with the emotional intent of all the bad news as it seems to unrelent, right? But if you frame it right in the right place and you put the information in your face, you understand that this is God's grace, and well, you're able to give it a little bit of a emotional space. I like that. That was good. Yeah. Against all Negroes collectively, they conspired. And they gathered from our belongings all they desired. You know? And while they put us in chains looking at us, they admired. Right? Can you imagine all the things that we inspired? And some of us getting too damn comfortable in this place. I'm just sorry. I got to say that to your face. And they did this war. What they're experiencing right now is a direct result of them displacing Negroes. That is what's going on. Now, it was prophecy that had to come about, and I understand that, have no doubt, but they all conspired. Psalms 83 is proof as well. You don't have to read it and look aloof. Do tell. They tell on themselves. They took Negroes out of their position. You know, and they did it without much volition, and now they're expiring by attrition. Pretty soon we're going to be hearing their admission. I like this show today. The nations all conspired against us, and now they're going to go away. And such and thus. Yes, it's a price they have to pay, and it's not too much. Oh, buddy. What? I mean, you're looking at him and you're feeling sorry for him. I feel the feeling of sorry for him. You do know Palestinians are involved in the Arabic slave trade, right? You do know that they sell slaves today. I mean, somewhere in the Arabian nation, there's a Negro being sold out of his station. So before you start feeling too sorry, I might have a little bit of information you can borrow. Stop. All right. And finally, stop clapping. Last topic, bringing up the rear. The kingdom is coming. Let me hear you. The kingdom is coming, folks. You know, it's not an abstract. It's a fact. The kingdom is on the way, and that's that. They know it, you know it, and I know it too. And what in the hell are they going to do? Nothing. They're going to expire. They're going to go the way of the dodo. And it's going to understand that it's God's kingdom or no. Yeah, it's only God's kingdom. Prepare yourselves for the arrival. I keep telling you that NASA sees something, and they too are vying for their survival. NASA is suppressing the fact that since 1984, they've seen something out there, and since then they've seen more. And I can imagine. Hey, listen, I've shared the leak. Some NASA freak came out and dared to speak about what they see, and I got to tell you, it's an incredible feed. It is. They've seen whatever they've seen since the 80s, and it seems to be accelerating and coming towards this sector of creation. And it's my estimation that it may be the kingdom of heaven coming to the restore of the Negro nation. But that's me. That's the kingdom is coming. No nation will remain when God gets here. They'll be running. And I mean every nation, all these African nations, some of y'all putting faith in, I've seen that. You better maintain your station. Not a single nation will endure when the Creator gets here, to be sure. We are the ambassadors to the kingdom of heaven, Negro ambassadors. That's who we are. This is the reason they don't like us. As set apart, a people of special possession. I know that might have some kind of ego I'm addressing, but it's not. In actuality, there's a lot of bit of work to do. I mean, a lot. There is. This ain't over, and ain't even over when it looks like it's over. The kingdom is coming. When it does, please don't be running. Oh, we're done, folks. I know you like the 7 spots all over. We're going to go now to the news for Negroes. We're going to peruse what is out there for us to see, and then we're out. And that'll be me for the day. All right. Hey, I like some of this news today. Some of it is interesting stuff. Very, very interesting. What I do to try to get through. That's all. I just want to get through. I want you serious-minded and looking for the exits. That's all. And then wondering exactly what's next. You know what's next. It's our second Exodus. And of course, as I say, it's pulling up next to us. Right? Right? But it's your demeanor, though, amongst them. It's how you carry your Negro self in their presence. That's what most concerns me. I mean, you need to deliver a message of seriousness, a message of serious reflection, and not some sillified, ignorant jigaboo connection. I'm not looking for that. But they are. They're looking for their next Negro star. Not you. No. I want you a serious-minded Negro. I do. The only way to do that is to bring the receipts, is to make the thought absolutely complete. And so that's what I'll do. So this should be neat. Watch this. First things first, as we go about the verse, hopefully I don't sound terse. All right, Black Seattle police officer sues department alleging daily racial discrimination. Daily, but it really doesn't help that your name is Cookie. Did you really name yourself? Did you let them give you that name, or was that a name you brought to the force with you? Cookie's not a good name for a police officer, not even a nickname. Let's not do that, okay? Denise Cookie Bolden has worked in the Seattle Police Department for 43 years. Stop! Wait, hold on. I just gotta wait. Hold on. Wait. So how long you've been waiting for 43 years? Are they just now bringing? So you nearly did a full circle. I'm pretty sure 43 years. That means you were kind of there just after the 60s, and then during the 70s, 80s, and the 90s, and so they had to do a full, not being overtly racist, back to being. You saw what are you doing? What are you doing? I mean, I expect 43 days, 43 months, 43 weeks, 43 hours. You're telling me, ma'am, and I love you, sister, but from the start, for 43 years, you've been enduring the racist environment in Seattle, and you get a headline now. Well, ma'am, I just say carry the hell on. Yeah, deal with it. You've been dealing with it for 43 years, and I dare say you could have retired 3 gum years ago. So why are you sticking around? So you love them, don't you? You love it when they talk about you. That's what's happening. A lot of us are like that. We have this self-deprecating need to appease their need to be as racist as they can possibly be. And by this one, as soon as I read you were there for 43 years, I just couldn't believe it. See? You got to be out of your mind. I'm not even going to read that one. I can find another damn news article. No. This is the Doug Rice Show, damn it. All right, let's get some quality in here, okay? Goodness. Ladies, stop. Journalist arrested covering Black Lives Matter protest reaches $700,000 settlement with LA County. Now, that's more like it. That's the news I like to read. And look at this. Look, he looked like he apologizing to the mayor. That's the what he was. I'm just so sorry, Mayor. We thought the dude, he's black. What? Sir, he was a black guy in my vision. What? I don't know. What? Please don't fire me. You're fired. Radio journalist has received a $700,000 settlement with Los Angeles County officials for over a 2020 incident in which he was taken into custody while covering a Black Lives Matter demonstration. Well, well, well. His name was Josie Huang. See, this is the news just keeps giving. Tell me that Josie was not an Asian, so she got $700,000 for that occasion. Are you serious? No. Just tell me. It's got to be a brother. Tell me it was a brother. Oh, don't tell me it was another. Oh, Josie Wang. No, that's another. A reporter affiliated with NPR LAist was taken into custody on 12 September 2020, the night to LA. Maybe she married an Asian dude. Let's hope so. She was covering a protest outside the St. Francis Medical Center in Linwood, where the deputies were being treated. Okay. Wang was filming the scene of a small group of people heckling officers guarding the hospital at the time. Protests started after a series of demonstrations followed the murder of George Floyd. And a video emerged of her putting handcuffs on her. Let me see. Can I get the video? No. Can I? Lord have mercy. I've never done this before. I've clicked over to a video that I cannot get to because, well, I don't subscribe. So I guess I'll just have to abide. But isn't that something? I'd love to see what she looks like because I'm kind of interested. It gives me, some interest. But I don't think I see her. Whoa. Nope, that's not it. All right, well, we're not going to see who she was. Don't listen to me. And that's a wrap. All right, next. What do we got next? Oh, don't do this to me. Looks like I'm getting a frozen screen. Well, maybe not. Who knows? All right, listen. If you are reporting the news and you are in our presence, please don't lose your freedom or your life, especially if your wife doesn't reflect you. I'm hoping that that's what it was, too. I would love to have seen her. Well, now I've got a frozen demeanor and they might be in my system. Who knows, folks? Let me find out what's happening because this ain't no, I just had my screen do something. Hold on, folks. Let me see if I can recover from this. And I'm pretty sure I can. I just gotta know what to do. Boom. End it and then start it over. Pretty sure. And boom. Great. It did not work. All right, folks. Well, I'm looking up. Can I restore? Can't even restore it. Well, folks, it looks like my system crashed for doing the news. And for some reason, it doesn't look like this can be used. So I don't remember the news I had up, but there's a lot of news out there. My God. Some of it good, some of it bad. This is the worst news they could have had. Look at this, folks. Israeli live updates, mass exodus from Gaza hospital. Fighting intensifies between Hezbollah and Israeli forces on Lebanon's border. This is going to get really out of order. This whole thing is going to get out of hand, and they're going to be slinging nukes, different lands. All right, well, that's the way it goes. You got shorted on the news on the Doug Rice Show. Oh, well, you'll live through it. Somehow, I think you can do it. I do appreciate your time listening to my rhyme. This is the Doug Rice Show. I could go on and on, just so you know. I could invite some guests. Last time I tried to invite people, I got clowned. Nobody wanted to come on the show with me. Now, I got Opera threw up on me. That's what I use to deliver the news. And so next time I'll use something else to peruse. But I don't know if it's worth even attempting having people coming on. In fact, I'm not going to do it. I've been on too long. I don't want my voice to get lost. So that's just not the kind of thing. I'm not ready to pay that cost. So I leave you with today's offering, and I thank you for showing up. Please understand that we depend on you to keep this show going, and we hope that you might use the links below just so you can get us some support. And as well, we send you PDFs as well. All right, folks. We're working on a show that is going to be just a show we do throughout the day, different things that I'll have to say, but it will not be cut. It'll simply be a continuous show that we hope to have in the can soon. So that's the show that I do at noon. All right, folks, you guys get out. Tomorrow is Monday. Have no doubt. Who knows between now and tomorrow, who knows what's going to happen, right? I want you to have the right frame of mind as you go about this countryside, as you walk from place to place wearing that Negro face. Please don't try to appease all those you might see. Don't try to be too accommodating either, if you please. What I'd like to say is to keep in your good graces, but do me a favor. Get that goddamn grin off your faces. All right, folks, I gotta go. You guys have a good one. That's the show. Bye-bye. I'm just leaving.